I was walking home across the train bridge when I heard a voice behind me call, "Hey, James! James! Wait up!" A dark figure came running down the tracks towards me. After a moment, I recognized him. Shorty! Shorty, a guy I slightly knew. "You coming from the GO train?" he said. "Yup." "You were in Trana?" "Yeah." "And how was Trana?" "Oh, about the same as usual." "I'll never see it again," Shorty said, then added, "Have you ever seen a ghost?" I wasn't really paying attention, so I looked at him sharply, but he was gone. Vanished. And then I remembered. Shorty had been hit by a train on this very bridge. He was dead. The moral of the story: you may not be interested in seeing a ghost, but a ghost may be interested in seeing you. It was a dark and stormy night. I woke up at 3 a.m. I went to the kitchen for a snack, but the cupboard was bare. My frosted flakes were gone. My Rice Krispies were gone. My Cheerios were gone. "Oh, who ate my Lucky Charms?" I cried. "I did," said a quiet voice from behind me. I turned. He stood before me in the darkness. "The serial killer! Ah!" Greetings, dear listeners. As most of you know, I live in Regina, the former capital of the Northwest Territories, where we actually have a statue of a skinwalker. Really? Unless it's a statue of the Wendigo. The Wendigo. Run! It was a dark and stormy night. I was home alone. I woke up in the darkness. I said, "What time is it?" A voice by my bed said, "It's 2:54 a.m. I said, "Okay, thanks, man." What the hell? Ah! One cold, snowy day, a tramp was walking towards Brighton when he overtook a boy who was smoking a cigarette. The boy wore no overcoat and looked unspeakably fragile against the snow. "Are you on the road, governor?" the boy said huskily. "I think I am," the tramp said. "Oi! Then I'll come a bit of the way with you, if you don't walk too fast. It's lonesome walking this time of day." The tramp nodded, and the boy started limping along by his side. "I'm 18, he said. "I bet you thought I was younger." 15, I'd have said. "You'd have backed a loser. 18 last August, and I've been on the road 6 years. I ran away from home 5 times when I was a little un, and the police took me back each time. Very good to me, the police was. Now I haven't got a home to run away from." "Nor have I," the tramp said calmly. "Oh, I can see what you are," the boy panted. "You're a gentleman come down. It's harder for you than for me." The tramp glanced at the limping, feeble figure and lessened his pace. "I haven't been at it as long as you have," the tramp admitted. "No, I could tell that by the way you walk. You ain't got tired yet. Perhaps you expect something at the other end?" The tramp reflected a moment. "I'm always expecting things," he said bitterly. "You'll grow out of that," the boy commented. "It's warmer in London, but it's harder to come by grub." "Still, there's the chance of meeting someone who might help." "Country people are better," the boy interrupted. "Last night I took the lease of a barn for nothing, and slept with the cows. And this morning the farmer routed me out and gave me tea, a crust of bread, and this here cigarette, just 'cause I'm so little. Of course I score here, but in London, soup on the embankment at night, and the rest of the time coppers moving you on. I dropped by the roadside last night and slept where I fell. It's a wonder I didn't die," the tramp said. The boy looked at him sharply. "How do you know you didn't?" he said. I don't see it," the tramp said after a pause. "I tell you," the boy said hoarsely, "people like us can't get away from this sort of thing if we want to. Always hungry and thirsty and dog-tired and walking all the while. And yet, if anyone offers me a nice home and work, my stomach feels sick. Do I look strong? I know I'm little for my age, but I've been knocking about like this for 6 years. And do you think I'm not dead? I was drowned bathing at Margate, and once I was killed with a spike. Another tramp knocked my head in with it. And yet I'm walking along here now, walking to London to walk away from it again, because I can't help it. Dead. I tell you we can't get away if we want to." The boy broke off in a fit of coughing, and the tramp paused while he recovered. "You'd better borrow my coat for a bit," he said. "Your cough's pretty bad." "You go to hell," the boy said fiercely, puffing at his cigarette. "I'm all right. I was telling you about the road. You haven't got down to it yet, but you'll find out presently. We're all dead, all of us who are on it, and we're all tired. Yet somehow we can't leave it. There's nice smells in the summer, dust and hay and the wind smacking your face on a hot day. And it's nice waking up in the wet grass on a fine morning. I don't know. I don't know." He lurched forward suddenly, and the tramp caught him in his arms. "I'm sick," the boy whispered. "Sick." The tramp looked up and down the road, but he could see no houses or any sign of help. Yet even as he supported the boy in the middle of the road, a motor car suddenly flashed in the middle distance and came smoothly through the snow. "What's the trouble?" said the driver quietly as he pulled up. "I'm a doctor." He looked at the boy keenly and listened to his strained breathing. "Pneumonia," he commented. "I'll give him a lift to the infirmary, and you too, if you like." The tramp thought of the workhouse and shook his head. "I'd rather walk," he said. The boy winked faintly as they lifted him into the car. "I'll meet you beyond Reigate," he murmured to the tramp. "You'll see." And the car vanished along the white road. All the morning the tramp splashed through the melting snow, but at midday he got some bread at a cottage door and crept into a lonely barn to eat it. It was warm in there, and after his meal he fell asleep among the hay. It was dark when he woke and started trudging once more along the slushy roads. 2 miles beyond Reigate, a figure, a fragile figure, slipped out of the darkness to meet him. "On the road, governor," said a husky voice. "Then I'll come a bit of the way with you, if you don't walk too fast. It's lonesome walking this time of day." But the pneumonia!" cried the tramp aghast. Said the boy, "Oh, I died." If this is your first visit to my channel, please consider subscribing. My name is Warren, and I write and tell original ghost stories and original horror stories featuring such cryptids as the Night Floaters, werewolves, and the Black-Eyed Children. So again, please consider subscribing. Please help me to reach my goal of 2,500 subs in 2022. Till midnight. Cheers. Pictures used in today's video, courtesy of Pix Here, that's PX Here, while the music was the intoxicating Ghost Story by that patron of the internet, Kevin MacLeod. The text of today's story, from The Ghost Ship by Richard Middleton, is courtesy of Project Gutenberg. Link in description. Thank you for listening.